Thank you for joining this investment presentation. My name is Dan Grimm. I'm the CEO and founder of Good Stuff Tonics. We are an established top 10 cannabis infused beverage brand here in the state of California, the largest market in the world for cannabis products. You are presumably an investor looking to take a little bit of this and turn it into a lot of this. And we've got a pretty good investment opportunity for you. I believe we can return 10x on your money in as little as 2 or 3 years using your capital to double sales 2 years in a row, viewing federal legalization, which is widely expected to happen in the next 5 years, potentially in the next 2 or 3 years, as the exit to get your money out. So when I got into the cannabis space, the drink segment was kind of nothing, right? But my vision was clear then as it is now. We drink. We drink socially. We drink culturally. We drink to unwind. We drink beer. We drink wine. We drink spirits. Eventually, people are going to want to drink their weed. And they're going to want to do it in mass. I mean, shouldn't we be able to enjoy the benefits of alcohol, the levity, the release, without the negative side effects? The Good Stuff Tonics has that kind of potential. The upside of the market is enormous. And that's not just my opinion anymore. Big Beverage has said, yes, I believe in cannabis beverages. They're voting with their money. Budweiser invested $100 million into cannabis beverages with a company called Tilray for the Canadian market. And Corona's distributor Constellation invested $4 billion into cannabis drink technology company Canopy. Even the soda companies are getting it. Coke and Pepsi rumored to be making cannabis drinks. The list is endless of beverage companies getting in. And why not? Beer is kind of on the decline. Young people aren't drinking beer as much. They're not drinking as much in general because they prefer cannabis to alcohol. And that's all leading to forecasts looking pretty good for cannabis beverages. 89 million in 28, 110 million was last year, 2019, 1.4 billion in 2025. That's a pretty big incline in a short amount of time. So what are we about? What do we believe? Well, it's always been attractive to me, the idea of alcohol replacement. We certainly believe that alcohol is damaging to people's bodies and lives, and the Good Stuff Tonics could be the ultimate alternative to alcohol, allowing people to manage life, quote unquote, in the cleanest way possible. When we talk to our customers, they want to come home after work, they want to unwind, they want to relieve their physical pain, and they want to sleep like a baby, okay? And preferably without alcohol, and a lot of them don't want to smoke cannabis or pop pills. I mean, they've got problems with anxiety, with physical discomfort, pain in their knee, in their back, in their hands, in their knee, and they're having problems sleeping. Our customers are using the Good Stuff Tonics to manage these challenges, in addition to, obviously, the social aspect. A lot of people are using alcohol, as I mentioned, and while I love cannabis, I believe in cannabis, not everybody wants to burn plant matter and smoke it into their lungs. And pills have obvious side effects and drawbacks. The Good Stuff Tonics can help you manage all of these customer challenges without the side effects, without the drawbacks, alcohol, smoking, or pills. And last time I checked, it could also be kind of a good time. So why should you invest in the Good Stuff Tonics? Let me give you the broad strokes. Well, number one, as we talked about, there's pretty good forecast, right? The market forecast for cannabis beverages is strong. We are not pre-revenue. We're in the market. We're an established top 10 revenue producer in the largest market in the world for cannabis products, California, and opportunity to get into other states, which we'll talk about. We've been underfunded from the beginning. We built essentially 2 top 10 brands. So we've shown that we have the energy and focus to compete against conglomerates and still succeed. We've been in the space since 2016. Okay? So that's going to tell you two things. One, we've already made the mistakes that all these newbies are going to make. So we've got the experience, we've made the mistakes. The second thing it tells you, and this is probably more important, as an investor, you want to know that the company you're investing in, the entrepreneurs you're investing in, they're going to stick it through to the end. This has not been the sexiest market. It is now, but wasn't a sexy market when I got in. The vision is clear. We've rode through the tough times. We're in it to the end, to grow this thing and to sell it and to profit ourselves and to provide return on investment for our investors. We offer attractive investment terms, the opportunity to own up to 49% of the company, and probably more importantly, a fair valuation relative to some of the competitors, some of the things that I've heard. And your capital will help us double sales 2 years in a row. So let's talk about that last one. And we're going to get into some math here, so stick with me. Okay, we're going to talk specifically about how we're going to double sales 2 years in a row. We're going to talk about the market. So there's two markets. Okay, there's the high dose market, which is the market we're currently in with our natural health lemonade and tea series. It's 100 milligrams. People use these products in 2, 3, or 4 doses in one bottle. Our current market share is 7%. We believe we can get to 10%, maybe as much as, maybe a lot more, but at least 10%. Okay, and then we're going to add revenue, buy a whole new revenue stream by getting into a new segment of the market. It's the single serving or the low dose segment of the market with our new Cannabis Seltzer line. Okay, so again, math. Okay, California beverage market was small in 2019, $15 million. Our segment of the market, which was the high dosage 100 milligram segment, $6 million. We did 400 grand in revenue about, so that gives us a 7% market share. Okay. So if you take that $6 million market and you look at the forecast, it's reasonable to think the cannabis beverage market of our segment of the market will increase 25%. That'll take the market from 6 million to 7.5. And if we can increase our market share to 10%, excuse me, then we're at 750 grand. So essentially, we could double our sales without collecting a single dollar from our new revenue stream, the low dose single serving segment of the market, and we're well positioned to make an impact in that market and further grow our sales. So that we have a lot of initiatives that I believe will increase our market share in the high dose segment, specifically from 7% to 10%. But this is a major piece. It's going to have a major impact. We have an opportunity to drop our cost by 80% or $2 per unit. There is equipment coming into the industry that is going to change the dynamics, change the economics of making cannabis beverages. And there's one specific player. There's one specific group that I've identified that's taking on a limited number of brands, that has the right vision and the right model that we're going to work with, that is going to allow us to drop our production costs. And they're doing it because this is what cannabis beverages, these are the lines that were used to make cannabis beverages in 2019. This is the line they've got. It's a $500,000 line, and it's going to allow us to shorten our production time from 5 days to a few hours. Obviously, that's what's driving this reduction in production costs. It's going to allow us to become a low-cost leader. That'll be nice. Look at us versus the competition. The companies that matter: Dixie, Mirth, Habit, VCC. As you can tell, we're on par with some of them, and then we're above Dixie. And the small pour distribution one doesn't really matter because they can't compete. They're not. We don't see a lot of them. They're not really a factor. But once we make this production change, we're going to be here. We will be the low-cost leader and the low-price leader between Dixie, Mirth, Habit, and VCC. that is going to change the game. And it's not just for us, it could change the game for the segment. And we know price matters because our buyers are the kind of savvy buyers, and they've already we know. But this Ernst and Young survey confirms it, right? 74% of the kind of savvy say the price is very important to them. So we'll get into a little minutia here. What impact will it have? Well, number one, it's going to open up accounts for us, big accounts. SDRC was a big account in San Diego. They didn't pick us up because we couldn't get down to their number, okay, because we didn't have the margin. But the main thing it will do is it's going to allow us to compete against the gummies and the chocolates, and that's another big reason why the accounts will pick us up. So a gummy wholesales for around $7.50, a chocolate around $8. We're at $10. So the account says you guys can't compete with these other ones, and that's because the consumer says, well, if it's going to cost me, I'll just go buy gummies or chocolate. I'm not going to mess around with this drink. But once we make the production change, and again, this is part of the reason we need the capital, then we'll be able to compete. Okay, so we're going to get some of those gummy and chocolate consumers. Now they'll start drinking the good Stuff Tonics, but more importantly, the accounts will see this, and we're gonna get into a lot more accounts, a lot more big accounts. So again, production costs will fall by 80%. It will create a competitive advantage for us and any company that's nimble enough to take advantage and specifically work with this one specific player. The companies I showed you on the competitive slide, Mirth and Dixie and VC, they're not going to be in position to take advantage of this. So it's really going to have a big impact. So as I've talked about, I think alcohol replacement is certainly part of the vision, and we believe that we can have a major impact in life and society, and that's to really do that well. That's really the single serving segment of the market, and this is a really big, growing market that we want to be a part of, and it's natural for us to be a part of it because our customers are asking for it, right? They want low or no sugar. They want beverages that are more sessionable. Our products are natural health lemonade and natural health tea, so we use natural ingredients. They want us to keep that, and they want us to add CBD. So we're going to create a product that's got about 3 grams of sugar, 10 or 5 milligrams of THC. We'll make sure that our fruit flavorings are natural. We've already got access to organic ones, and adding CBD in different ratios. This will be in a can of seltzer product. If you haven't heard, in the alcoholic beverage world, hard seltzers are hot, man. When I went down to 7-Eleven at my neighborhood the other day, half the beer fridge was hard seltzers. White Claw outsold Budweiser at times last summer. So we're going to create a cannabis version of that product. It'll be in a 12-ounce sleek can. We'll release this product Q2 of next year. Again, part of what we are looking for funding for. Excuse me. And we'll target the millennials and the Gen Zers. We've already talked about they prefer cannabis to alcohol anyway, and exploring how they are engaging beverages. Those groups specifically like to explore new beverages, and they like to share their new experiences on social media, which fits perfectly with our marketing ideas and campaigns, specifically our Consumption Lounge campaign, which we'll talk about in some depth in a little bit, and the robust social media campaign that we want to creating shareable content that they'll be able to share with their friends and help expose the brand. How are we going to beat the competition? And the answers to that are similar to how did we get this far while being underfunded? And it's a lot of energy and focus, but it also starts with a great product, right? A great product, as we all know, is not going to create a great business. But you're not creating a great business without a great product. The Good Stuff Tonics has a very strong flavor profile relative to the competition. It's got natural ingredients, which people appreciate. It's a differentiator for us and fits what we believe, and it'll make you feel fantastic. We had an account come to us the other day. They said, we picked up another lemonade, 100 milligrams, and we were shocked at the quality versus what you guys provide, and we realized we made a mistake. You have to emulsify cannabis into the beverage. You are using an emulsifying agent. All of these things can make it taste crappy, chemically, too cannabisy, if that's a word. So the point is, it's not so easy to create a great tasting cannabis product that's natural and makes you feel fantastic, and we have that. We have access, a partnership with the top distributor in California, a distributor that's strong enough that they were sold for over $800 million to Cresco Labs in what was at the time the largest publicly traded deal of cannabis companies in history. So our distributor, Continuum, they have 19 sales reps up and down the state, and I have a relationship with all 19 because I'm an old sales manager, and this is part of how we win. They get 25 brands. They don't sell all 25 brands because the reps sell who they like and who they respect. They love the Good Stuff Tonics. They sell the Good Stuff Tonics. And now we're going to have access to all the Cresco reps that are coming in that are just going to be brand support. This is the most well-funded distributor in the state, and they are well positioned to be not only the top distributor in California, but the top distributor in the country, because Cresco comes with licenses in 10 other states, generally the most populous states like Florida and Illinois and Ohio. So they bring a lot to the table, and we've got a tremendous opportunity to grow with Continuum as they open up these other states. We think we can open up as many as 6 additional states in the next 3 years, which obviously brings new revenue streams and increases the value of the business. There is a massive marketing opportunity that is happening, that is opening now, that I want to take advantage of before any other drink company thinks of it and does something similar, right? So consumption lounges. The state of California is licensing consumption lounges up and down the state, 15 in West Hollywood. And this creates an opportunity to create an experience for consumers to come and experience a bar or club-like setting making cannabis-infused beverages, cocktails, and create an experience to bring the brand into and the media into that could transcend us. We want people to rethink their drink and experience cannabis in a whole new way, creating these pop-up bars. These are actual cannabis-infused drinks that you see using the Good Stuff Tonics as a base. The one on the left is a strawberry hibiscus mule. The one on the right is a cucumber margarita. So we've already obviously started working on this concept. We want to take this crowd and give them an opportunity to have this experience. We hire a professional mixologist. We do one-day pop-ups at these consumption lounges, focusing on West Hollywood, I think for obvious reasons. And we hire some PR help to get it into the media and blow this thing up into the media. It's all in West Hollywood. This is the trendy of the trendy. This is the best place to create a buzz. We could turn the Good Stuff Tonics into what is hot and trendy and lift the entire drink segment up with us. If we get the right celebrity to come in and be engaged at one of our pop-up events, the whole thing will just go boom. We've got lots of marketing ideas, but this one has the ability to truly get into the media and blow us up and transcend the Good Stuff Tonics. And it's got me very excited. So there's a lot more I could talk about the things we are doing and want to do to drive sales and extend the brand. Reach out to me. We can talk about it. Okay, this is a summary of 2019. We were number 8 out of 49 beverage companies in the state of California. The top right shows a month-by-month breakdown of how kind of things played out, and the bottom right, the bottom right are our projections, pro forma after investment. 900 grand after year 1, 2.4 year 2, 4.2 million in year 3, and yes, I can send a detailed projections upon request. Federal legalization is happening, and it provides a tremendous opportunity to exit the business and get your money out. Okay, it's widely expected to happen in the next 1 to 5 years, potentially in the next 2 or 3. 2 of the largest publicly traded cannabis companies in the country, Acreage and Canopy, they've agreed on a merger, $3.4 billion. The merger only happens when federal legalization goes through. John Boehner, the former Speaker of the House, is on their board. Federal legalization is happening. It's going to it's going to give a clear exit to the business and a clear way for you to get your money out. We are looking for, excuse me, we're looking for $1 million in funding. We're offering a fair valuation of $2.1 million or sub, depending on other factors. We believe we can return 10x on your money in as little as 2 or 3 years. We are looking for the right financial partners, the right investors that believe what we believe. If you believe that cannabis is medicine, if cannabis is the future, that alcohol is not ideal for people and our bodies and our society, and that cannabis drinks can have a real impact in this world, and the Good Stuff Tonics, and that we're the ones to do it. If this presentation inspired you, reach out today. Let's start talking. I'm at dgrim at goodstufftonics.com. My phone number is 619-723-8428. Don't delay. Reach out. Let's get the conversation started. We are looking for the right financial partner. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to talking.